Well, I'm Alan Dale from GaleForceWins, and it is such a pleasure to be here with the good people at Keyin College. You know, they're in their 2-day retreat. Everybody is coming together. They are finding a better way all together, and that's the theme of this conference, is everybody coming together, sharing ideas, all for the betterment of this particular college. But not only that, it's really for the betterment of the students that walk through the doors of all of their campuses across Newfoundland and Labrador. On that note, why don't you introduce yourself, tell us what you do?
Sure, Blair Connolly. I'm the Director of International Admissions and Business Development for Keyin College.
Okay, international admissions, business development, those are big pieces.
They are.
Big pieces. Talk to me about sort of the day-to-day sort of work that you do and why it's so important to have a conference like this, bringing everybody's thoughts together.
Sure. Well, I guess, first on the international side of things, relatively new for Keyin. If you go back 2-3 years, we really didn't have an international division, but it was absolutely required in the space, in the healthcare space, that personal care attendants in particular, incredible demand for that role, which is a vital role. The industry just clearly suggested that there was just not enough talent and folks on the domestic side of things to fill those important roles. So we looked abroad and we've created an international division to fill those roles, and we've started with international personal care attendants first. We now have in excess of 250 in the pipeline, filling incredible roles. So that effort has allowed us now to look at other programs that we can internationalize. We're looking at early childhood education. We're looking at licensed practical nursing. We're looking at any programs that we offer. Is there a way to internationalize those initiatives and those programs for the betterment of the province?
You know, there's one thing that I really enjoy about Keyin College, and that is your innate ability to listen to industry around you, listen to governments and the communities and the employers around you to understand what is it exactly that they need in a graduate, what exactly are the skills that they need, and then respond to that. That's a different way of doing business. Talk to me about it.
I love that, and in fact, a lot of the conversations we will have during this conference is focused around how we continue to become an industry-driven private college. And by that we mean it's almost an inversion of the typical structure. You have a program, you graduate folks, you hope for the best. We are the exact opposite of that right now. We're listening to every industry that we participate in. What do they really need? What are the key skill sets of the graduates and the employees that they are looking for? And how can we pivot and curate our programs to make sure that our folks are best qualified and ready to, crush their respective industries. So we really try to, we listen as best we can. We as a group, we digest that. We put it into our programs, and ultimately we create incredible graduates ready for their respective disciplines.
You know, really what you're talking about there is you're setting them up for success, right?
Completely.
Because the graduates coming out, they have exactly the skill that the industry or the government or whatever is demanding, and they're coming out and they're already at a head start there.
100%, and it's the soft skills as well that we set them up for success. Incredible programs, all tailored around what industry really, really wants. What is their ideal candidate, and can we create that? Can we set them up for success? And we believe we're doing just that. And we can always do better, and that's the purpose of the conference, is how can we continue that, and how can we continue to do better.
Well, that's an important piece of it too, right? I mean, there's one thing I really love about Keyin as well, is that desire to continuously improve and not rest on your laurels and say, well, that's good enough. We got that one figured out, right? But it's to continuously improve, and that also speaks to listening to your stakeholders as well. Talk to me about that continuous improvement cycle.
I think it just it really comes from the top. I mean, this better way forward truly permeates down across the entire organization. It's something that we truly believe in. We're never there. We're never good enough, and that comes from listening to industry, listening to stakeholders. Our government relations, I believe, have never been stronger. So when you start to triangulate all those pieces, at the end of the day, it's the student that benefits the most. And they, again, to your point, they're set up for success in their respective disciplines. But it really comes from that active listening. You're not necessarily the smartest guy in the room. You really want to listen to everyone's opinion. All those opinions have value. How do we take that, digest it, and continue to get better in everything that we do?
You know, it's an exciting time in the part of St. John's we're in right now.
Yeah.
Brad Gushu's just across the street tearing up the ice surface over there.
Yeah.
Here we are in St. John's Convention Center. All the Keyin folks brought together, so willing to share their ideas and their thoughts about the future, and a leadership team so willing to accept them. What are you most excited about over the next 2 days?
Oh, well, the fact that we have all of our campuses under one roof is incredibly exciting. Could be the first time ever, because we've made some organizational changes from what was a franchise model to now it's kind of under one roof. Consistent branding, consistent messaging, we're attempting to, as best we can, kind of break down those silos of Western, Central, Eastern. It's all one province, it's all one team. And so by bringing everyone together like we are in these couple of days, I think that's an incredible way to achieve that. And I'm sure we'll continue to do that. And I hope the folks from all over the island appreciate as much as we appreciate everyone being here.
This has been great to be in conversation with you. Appreciate your leadership and your vision on what you're doing.
Oh, great. Thanks for having me.